Okay, everyone, they ask for an insurance certificate. You're going to have your roof replaced. You say, hey, send me an insurance, or I want one from the contractor. And then you check it. It says they have insurance. And then you see that your name's listed on it. And then you think that's fine. On the insurance cert, it says as per written contract. And most people receiving the cert don't have a written contract. So what surprised me with getting an insurance cert, let's say in this roof example, is you get the insurance. It just says they're an additional insured or whatever covered in this policy. Per written contract. If you don't actually have a written contract with that roofer that says they need to provide you with that insurance, do you have coverage or not?
You are not additionally insured. No, we highly recommend that they're insured and they name you additional insured on a primary non-contributory basis with a waiver of subrogation. But then there could be language on there in the comment section that says as per required by written contract. So a written contract is just that. It's a written contract, but sometimes it could just be an email or a note. And that's what I tell people. It doesn't have to necessarily be something, that's documented. It's just something that you both have signed. So you can have a note that says, hey, you're going to name us additional insured, primary not contributory for this project. And then you sign it and he signs it. You have a written contract. And, being additional insured on a certificate or on a policy gives you rights as an insured versus just being a non-additional insured. And so hire insured subs. They might cost a little bit more, but my recommendation is hire the proper people and make sure they're insured and have the right additional insured language on your certificate.
And I'm not an attorney, so I could check with your attorney with what I'm about to say. But what I did was I made a one page, I just opened it, Exhibit A, insurance required by this contract, and then it lists out what you need. This says required coverage, comprehensive general liability, 1 million per occurrence, 2 million aggregate. And then we just go down, but they don't say they'll provide specific coverage. They don't say anything usually. Right. So then you need to add the contractor will provide all insurance as listed in Exhibit A, and then both people need to initial it. And then they sign the exhibit. Whatever contract they have, assuming it's fine, you don't need to rewrite it as well. You would add this exhibit to let's say it's a one-page contract, then this is page 2. And then I have the coverage now. I tried doing it without the exhibit, and you'd be banging your head against the wall trying to have the same guy who's going to do your roof also write his contract. So you want to just say, hey, I signed it, but I added our insurance exhibit, so sign that to an initial, the thing I added. And then you're done. I have certificate requirements. This is what you had helped with too, where it says they need to have describe the certificate holder is listed as additional insured on a primary and non-contributory basis with a waiver of subrogation in bold and underlined. I have it. So then if they don't send you that with that language, then it doesn't meet what you have in your contract.
I think it's helpful for contractors too, especially the small ones, Drew, is that when you give it to them in that manner, which you were describing, it's helpful because they can just flip it to their insurance person, because these guys are contractors, right? They don't necessarily know what all that means either, but they normally have it. And if they can just flip that requirement to their insurance broker, then they can come up with a certificate and give you the proper coverages too.